Hi, Lade. Good to see you. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Good to see you too. Thanks for having me today.
No problem. Lade, why don't we start with you just telling us about Instinct?
Okay, great. Yes, so Instict is an AI interview coach that helps people prepare smarter and perform better in real interview scenario. So Instinct is majorly for job seekers currently job hunting and also for people that have a career already that are currently looking to switch careers, career switches. So what Instinct actually does is for job seekers, you could use Instinct to optimize your CV, create a cover letter, and apply to targeted job roles, which help the job seeker pass the ATS test score and get more interviews. And when they land interviews as well, they can use Instinct to practice for job interviews, which is more job role and company specific. So how Instinct works is you just go to instinct.ai, pin your company, the company you have to interview with, the job role, and yeah, the job description is optional, but it's always good to type that in for a more tailored response. So once you do that, you're able to get practice set and practice questions that are relevant to the job role and content.
Okay. So, how would you describe the problem that you're trying to solve?
Okay, so the job market today feels broken. People apply for hundreds of roles and barely hear back from companies these days. And when you go to platforms like LinkedIn, Glassdoor, after reading lots of comments on job roles, I've seen lots of comments whereby people are always asking, are these companies really hiring? What's going on? Everyone is frustrated right now. The problem I'm trying to solve is to help job seekers actually get an interview and land job, because the problem isn't always the CV. Sometimes it could be the preparation gap or keywords, but very few train you for the real interaction. And that's the gap Instinct fills. It lets you practice interviews that are specific to your job and the company you're applying for.
It's interesting to listen to you describing the process. I can't help thinking that there is a personal pain that you've experienced in applying for jobs, and
Yes.
tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, okay. So the personal pain that I've actually gotten, which led me to building Instinct, is yeah. So after finishing my master's degree in digital marketing in the UK, I thought getting a job would be straightforward, but it wasn't. So at that point, then I was sending loads of applications and barely got callbacks. And when I finally did, the interviews just didn't go well. So I later realized I wasn't alone. A lot of talented people around me were also facing the same issues. They were all complaining because I had to speak with lots of people. We all had good CVs, we had good experience, but we didn't know how to tell our stories in interview. So that was the moment I decided to find ways to practice in a smarter way, because the traditional way was just watching YouTube videos whereby we get generic scenario questions. It wasn't tailored at all to the job role or my experience. So I thought, okay, I'll start with a side project and create Instinct. Then this side project actually became something that was very useful to me because I was getting loads of interview, because while I was using Instick to optimize my CV, then I realized that not just me will need this product. So I decided to build Instick, and that's why I gathered a team for us um, to build this.
And what makes Instinct unique? You mentioned a number of other tools, Glassdoor and so on, but what is it about Instinct that is a one-off?
Okay, so what makes Instinct unique is that, first of all, we're trying to make Instinct a one-stop shop for job seekers, whereby you can optimize your CV, practice for interviews, tailor your cover letters. And what makes us unique is that we're very tailored. We tailor these practices to the company. So Instinct is a platform whereby when you come to practice, we don't just generalize the questions. It's very tailored to the company and the job role. We have on the back end of Instinct, we do lots of job script, proprietary web scraping, and research for the user. So when you just type the job role and the company, it actually does the research for you and comes up with all the likely questions that are going to be asked in the interview. So that's what makes us unique.
You're giving quite a lot, actually. I mean, it's not just a bit of research about the interview. It's there's a lot in there in your solution. Tell me about the technology that you're using.
So Instinct runs on a mix of natural language processing, NLP. So natural language processing in the sense that even it understands the natural language of a human, and even if there's a bit of error in the spelling, for example, the job description, it still understands that. Then also machine learning and a live data processing pipeline. So what that does is it analyzes jobs and companies in real time. So the system on Instinct works in layers. One layer studies CVs and job descriptions. Another layer generates tailored questions. Then we have another layer that evaluates your answers with our star-based scoring. So you can practice through voice or video, and Instinct picks up your tone, clarity, and confidence. So the goal is to make it feel like a real interview scenario and not a chatbot session. So that's the technology behind Instinct. It goes a lot more than that, but like that's just the basic technology behind Instinct.
Okay, so it's a combination of different things, machine learning and natural language, and you'll bring it all together.
Yes, correct.
Lade, why is the timing good right now for Instinct, do you think? I mean, you described when we started talking about the frustration of looking for jobs, and I guess there's probably
Yes.
frustration on the other side as well with companies having lots of applications that are fired at them. But why is the timing good right now, do you think?
Okay, so the timing couldn't be more perfect right now. First of all, one thing I always say is everyone says AI is going to take your job, AI is going to take your job. That's the slogan everywhere. But I do say instinct will get you a job. So the the timing is perfect now because AI is now shaping recruitment, how recruitment works, from shortlisting CVs to conducting automated interviews. But job seekers are still preparing the old and traditional way. At the same time, the job market has gone global. So you're no longer just competing with people in your city, you're competing with people everywhere. And Instinct levels that playing field. It helps anyone, anywhere prepare with the same intelligence that companies use. So for example, if a company is using AI to pass job seekers through the ATS code to get their CVs, why not as well use the same AI, the same technology to optimize your CV? So when they both understand the same language, so you can pass through that ATS code and get interviews. So the world has evolved, and interview preparation needs to evolve too, and that's why instinct timing is spot on right now.
Okay. And you're in Nigeria, I think, at the moment. Is that right?
Yes, I'm currently in Nigeria.
And but you're launching the company in London. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so Instinct is officially registered in the UK, but built by a global team working remotely. So I chose to launch in the UK because that's where I personally experienced the job search struggle after I finished my MSc at the University of Bedfordshire. And it's also a mature market that values structured preparation, but being based in Nigeria proves something important, that great products can come from anywhere. So Nigeria has an incredible tech talent and creativity, while the UK offers a strong job seeking market. So that's why we're simply combining the best of both worlds together.
Okay, yeah, well, that sounds like a great combination. Um, what was your inspiration? Because you're well qualified, you could have just persisted and got yourself a job. But starting your own business and taking, a risk and doing all the hard work, it's quite a challenge. So, what inspired you to take on the challenge?
Oh, okay. So the inspiration came actually from a very personal place. I remember sitting up late at night, rehearsing answers I found online, and then getting to interviews and facing completely different questions, totally different questions. So the feeling of being capable but unprepared stuck with me. And I actually wanted to fix that, not just for myself, but for everyone who has felt the same frustration. So it came from that pain. It's my way of saying to job seekers, you're not the problem. You just need better preparation. And every time someone says they go ahead after practicing on Instinct, that's going to remind me why and how it all started.
Okay, okay. Well, that's a good slogan. You're not the problem. Um, in a few years' time, when the business is developed, what do you hope to achieve?
Okay, I want Instinct to change how people prepare for opportunities. Most people start preparing only after they get an interview, but I want Instinct to be a continuous habit. For example, one of our target niche is university final year students, which are currently not seeking jobs, but they will be seeking jobs. And so, how we want to make them prepared for career search before they actually graduate, which will be easy for them to get jobs once they finish. So I want Instinct to actually be a tool for everyone that is going to be in the career space.
Okay, okay, that's interesting. And Lottie, very often entrepreneurs like you are inspired by people that you've come across or people that you followed. Who's inspired you?
Well, I think I'm always inspired by founders who build solutions out of their own pain. People like Melanie Perkins of Canva has
Yeah.
inspired me how she built Canva out of her own personal frustration. And also we've heard of Bumble who wanted safer spaces for women online. This kind of purpose-driven creation always inspired me.
Okay, okay. And who's around you? Who is supporting you at this stage in your journey?
So right now, at this stage in my journey, Instinct is currently bootstrapped at the moment, and right now I have an advisor I speak with. So with that support, I think we keep getting further.
Yeah, okay, okay. And you're raising funds at the moment. What will you spend the funds on?
Yeah, so we're currently raising funds, and the funds we're raising is to advance the technology behind Instinct. As we're currently looking to scale, when we get more users, we'll be acquiring more technology platforms and more subscriptions. So yes, the funds we're currently raising are into three main areas, which is technology, marketing, and operations. On the tech side, we're improving our AI to make it smarter and more context aware with better behavioral analysis and company data insights. Then on the marketing side, we're focused on reaching our first 10,000 active users through content partnerships and awareness campaigns. And on operations, we're expecting the team to expand and get more and get more members. So we're looking to build the right infrastructure to scale smoothly. And every pound goes into making the product stronger and delivering more value to users.
Okay, okay. And how do users pay for the app? Is it a monthly subscription or a one-off, or how does pricing
Yeah,
work?
yeah. So we have three subscription tiers. It's a freemium model. So we have the free trial, which is 7 days free. Then we have the pro subscription and the advanced subscription. So with the pro, they have access to video interviews, and with the advanced, they have unlimited video interview sessions. But with the pro, they have unlimited text interview sessions and a number of video interview sessions.
Okay, okay. That's good. So they can try with no risk for a few days.
Yes, they have a 7 day free trial period.
Yeah. And where should people go to buy the app?
So they just go to the browser and type it instinct.ai, Instict.ai, and they can get access to the platform and start practicing for free.
Excellent. Okay. Well, Lade, thank you very much for telling us about Instinct, and I wish you luck. Thank you, and we'll talk again soon. I hope.
No worries. Thank you very much for having me today.